What's happening, my people? Welcome to Vertical Football and welcome to another episode of Team Talk. I remain myself, Rash, and today here with me I have AY. AY, how is he doing there?
Thank you very much. It's good to be on the show.
Yeah, and Kanmi.
Thank you guys. Good to be here again.
Yeah, definitely. And Shegun.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here.
It's great. And today we're going to be starting the talk by, our usual thing, giving you details and real facts about football, talking different spices of, I know you understand what I am talking about.
Yeah.
And today we are having Kanmi is a Manchester United fan, and it's going to I know he's going to lash his club because they are going through a lot. Like Shegun has always
going through a lot.
They're always going through a lot.
Anyway, please, what club are you supporting?
I'm a Chelsea fan.
Chelsea.
Behind Man U.
Now we be on an anchor. Like we are the one holding. So let's go into today's talk, and we're going to be starting with Manchester United, and we're going to be talking about the ownership issue and the development of the club. So let's start with Kanmi. What do you think about what's going on with Manchester United, most especially the ownership and the development part?
Yeah, it's depressing really, because now RATCLIFFE is about to sign 25%.
Good news.
Shares. No, it's not good news.
Not good news.
It's never good news.
Wow.
So, and it's so depressing. I don't like talking about Manchester United, but it is what it is. That's all I can say. It is a very, very bad thing for maybe 90% of fans. It's not the right thing for us. So I think that's all I can say.
According to the source, it's like 25% of the club, 1.3 billion, if I'm being factual. Yeah. 1.3 billion. That should be a good news. Let me ask for my Chelsea. I think you see from a very different perspective, given the fact that you are not a Manchester United fan.
Well, I'm not a Manchester United fan, like you said earlier. But the thing is, I don't think, like Kanmi said, it's not a good idea. Okay. Because I'm very sure this man doesn't know anything about football. He's just a football fan.
Yeah.
So, and he wants to, like, that 25%, he wants to be ahead, like the major,
those majority shares.
Yeah. So I don't think it's the right thing for Manchester United.
Manchester United. Shegun, what do you think?
Yeah, I think so. From the perspective of Manchester United fans, and there are two major things that Man United fans want. If you ask any Man United fan,
yes, sir.
90% of Man United fans will tell you there are two things they want in this wholesale process. The first one is that they want it to be a full sale.
Yes.
A full sale, and as a result of being a full sale, they want the debt on the club to be cleared. And secondly, which is like the most important, they want the Glazers out.
Yes.
So out. The current 25% is not solving any of these two expectations, in the sense of true. The 25%, the 1.3 billion you mentioned earlier, is leverage, is debt. RATCLIFFE is not bringing it from his purse. It's not free cash. You understand? Okay. It's going, based on report, it's going to the banks to get that money to fund this purchase of the 25% share. So it's like more debt is being added onto the club. And also, the main people that you want for them to leave the club, the Glazers, are still holding 75% of the club.
No, 50-something%. I think.
No, 50-something%. Yeah. So they are still there, and the club is still on there. So the easier one would have been the Qataris, in terms of 100% by pay the Glazers off. You understand? And clear the debts, and the Glazers are gone. So that's like the win-win situation. But for now, it's even more terrible, because as EY rightly said, that the guy doesn't know how to run a football club.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to run a football club. So they say he's in charge of the sporting project. We saw even Nice, OGC Nice, that is the owner of OGC Nice. We see what it's not as if the club is doing fantastically well, that we as fans will not be like confident that okay, maybe Nice is doing well, maybe if he comes here we'll make. And the club is going down on a daily basis. Other clubs are getting tangible investments, in likes of Arsenal getting tangible investment from their owner, the likes of Man City are always getting tangible, the likes of Tottenham getting tangible investments. And definitely. We need people that have the money to spend on this club, not people that are going to go and borrow and fund sales.
But you know now this is not a probability that he will take this thing anymore. This is like we're just waiting for the time for him to take it. Like I would say it is a job done already. He's acquiring this 25%.
Yes, based on the reports.
Yes.
But things can change. It's the business world. Things can change.
And I believe this, that I think Qatar still have a window for them to come back so that they can just swing this deal off. Because as a fan, I believe that Jim Ratcliffe is in for the money also.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it's just in for
exactly.
the money.
So that means I can take
and Jim Ratcliffe is not a Manchester United fan. That just
is more like a Chelsea fan.
It's not because truly it's more like a Chelsea fan because he says he's a Manchester United fan. The reason why he's saying that is because he was born or grew up in Manchester based on reports. But most of the time in the past 10 years, he has watched more Chelsea matches than Manchester United match. And when they asked him, was like, because he stays in London now and Chelsea is, no matter how, if you be fan,
exactly.
you be billionaire now.
Show up for the
If you be fan, why you not leave? You get your jet. Why can't you just leave London and fly to Manchester to watch the game? No be excuse. No be say you are just one
random guy. The country or something.
Exactly.
No be say you're not just one random guy. That you are a billionaire, you can just take your jet quickly or understand or take a car and quickly move on to. So it's not a Manchester United fan because you. And one thing I see with these two guys in question, Jim Ratcliffe and the Glazers, is that it's like as if they are deaf to public opinion, the fans' opinion. You know that this is what the fans want. And it's as if also being deaf, it's as if also they are being blind to the fact that the stock market is showing that this decision is not a good one, because there were reports that, you know, it was the news broke in the weekend. And then on Monday, everybody was looking at what's going to be the reaction of the New York Stock Exchange. And I think at this point they said it was $18 per share. $18 per share. And as the stock market opened, I think the stock market ended that day with $11 per share. So that's like a very rapid drop. And you see that you are here to make money. Ratcliffe now that brought how much, 1 point something already is already starting to make loss.
Yes, now,
because the price to which you bought the share has dropped
already.
So what are you actually doing on a sporting aspect? We don't want most of Manchester United fans do not want a renovation of the stadium. We want a new stadium. We don't want renovation. So
I check, from this is what I will tell you. There's a saying in my dialect that said, if you want to eat with the devil, you have to bring a very long spoon.
Yes.
Now, it means that Ratcliffe is coming in. He want to eat with the devil. He already brought this long spoon, but he's not there to prevent the devil from doing bad. What he's trying to do is just join with the devil, dine with the devil. Then after that, when the devil said, it is time for us to enjoy life and let us sell this club, he also be taking percentage. Then 1.3 billion will be something around 5 billion or even 7 billion.
Another thing again to where this Ratcliffe is, if truly you want to buy a club, why are you buying 25%?
Yes, I don't understand.
Bad as he bad, buy 50-50. So that, because now, even if they are voting on the board, they have more mouth than you. Because now they have 50. You cannot even buy 50-50. You are buying 25. So that means, I don't know, but as you said, his decision to buy Manchester United is not from a love perspective.
I think it's just the greed. It's profit. Because he did the same with Chelsea. He came to Chelsea last year. He came to buy Chelsea too.
Imagine I get a billionaire in my United fan. I can't go buy Chelsea.
I would like to.
He also offered to buy Barcelona recently.
Maybe it's just those investors that
he wants to just put money.
He wants to put money there and take money where his mouth is.
Yes.
Put it there. Let's invest. Let's do one or two things. Then with time, let's get out of it. From my own point of view, I am not a fan of Jim Ratcliffe, but if you truly love Manchester United, you started from 100%, then 75%. How do you go from 75 to 25%?
That means you just want to just make money.
All you just needed was just
Ratcliffe,
to buy.
Ratcliffe is not a Man United fan. The man truly, because if truly, what Qatar did is to sign that they love the club. They felt that these guys are using us to increase the value of this club. Some reports came out because they showed that they're ready to buy this club. Even before they later dropped out, they increased their bid again for like the fourth or fifth time, and it was rejected. So they now told Glazers, based on reports, that it's as if you guys don't want to sell this club. You're not using us to
increase the value of this club.
So because we don't want to partake in these things, so we are going to drop out. And I think it was a shock to the Glazers. That is, making the news broke that they had to just quickly tell the media to just quickly push the narrative that Jim Ratcliffe has
Bought 25%.
So it's not look as if it was Qatar that just left.
Yes.
Like it was like them that chose that this is what we want. But now even the deal of the Jim Ratcliffe, now the first said it was going to take over the next week initially.
Yeah.
Now they now say and I was not even sure if it's this year again. So what are we doing?
So giving this news now, let's hear from AY. Giving this news, how do you think as a football fan?
Yeah.
I know you're not in Manchester United, but as a football fan, how do you think this news will get to you if you were a Manchester United fan? Giving this brouhaha.
Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
To be honest, just like as you can see, the way Olusegun has been reacting to it, it's gonna be Kanmi said also is what time did you use at the time? This one time
if you want to hit with the devil.
no, like the first time, like
Depression.
depressing.
It's depressing, really.
So to me it's not good enough. To me, I just feel the Glazers have to be blamed because to me I feel like they are being greedy.
Very greedy.
From I think from 3 billion it really went to 4, 5, 6. So to me they are just too greedy. Maybe just like he said also, they should just sell it outright.
Outrightly, we don't want to see Glazers. We don't see our bad-headed.
But let's look at
I
this.
just sell it out straight.
Revenues will keep on coming to Manchester United.
Definitely.
And that is it. Manchester United is oil field, whereby anything you put there will surely succeed. But I found out that they are taken from the club and they are not giving back.
Yes.
Now, that is the problem. So if they run the club the right way, they will not be in debt. And even though they brought the club with debt, they will have paid the debt. Manchester United can be self-sufficiently run without the involvement of owner if it is properly run.
Managed.
So I believe that the Glazer family, and there's something I need to let Manchester United know. The Glazer, the father of the head of the family, died and left hand over the club to
The
children that doesn't know anything about.
They don't know anything.
Now, the Ratcliffe is saying that in the next 3 years, I'm going to find a means of buying the club. We don't know.
And it's 71 or so.
Yeah, and it's 71.
So we don't even sure everything will happen after
we don't know what is going on right now. Maybe in the next 15 years, he bought Manchester United in the next 3 years. In the next 15 years, he's going to hand over to one of his sons
also
or children. I don't know. It becomes another
problem on its own.
Yes.
because what if his children doesn't love football the way I'm going to train my child to love football? So that's just now. But for me, unpopular opinion, if Sheikh Jassim really want this club,
you should just pay them what they want and let them leave.
Let them leave.
For the love of the club,
let them
pay and let them leave. Yes, it's going to be inflated because now I said the value they are demanding for. The value has bid so far is even much more than the original value of the club.
Exactly.
Because the club value is dropping based on the stock and everything. So just pay them what they want. They say 8 billion you want. Close eye, pay. Or you go. So that if they do not go, that's what they not see what the fans should do. Because you say you want 8 billion. But yeah, this 8 billion.
But that one is just unpopular opinion. Because in reality, it should not be like that.
Yeah, don't just get overpriced and it's almost like they are bullying them to buy the club.
These guys will not go. They are not going to go.
There's so much to talk about these guys. Okay. Now, the main question here is, are they really the problem of Manchester United? This is not talking about administration alone now. Administration, 50%. What is going on the field, 50%. Are they the general problem of this club?
I agree they are a big part of the problem.
A big part.
Because if you see the way Chelsea has been successful in the past maybe 10-15 years, a major part of that success is down to the way Abramovich ran the Chelsea.
Yeah.
Abramovich he bought this club. He had many other clubs. I think when he first bought Chelsea was like Zenit St. Petersburg. He had like one other club in Russia.
Yeah, Lokomotiv Moscow.
So, but if you see the way he's makes himself available to watch Chelsea game,
he was part of the club.
Was involved. And someone that understood that this manager, it's time for this manager to go. You understand? And someone that when he looks at, okay, my team needs to have the best players in the world. I must get them. But the Glazers are people that you want to buy. Maybe you want to buy Valverde, for example. They tell you that they don't have the funds of Valverde, or they start looking at based on reports. Start looking at okay, what's the commercial value of Valverde?
Yeah.
You understand? How many merchandise can they sell? So they are not making purely footballing decisions, because if the new manager, we thank God for what Ten Hag is doing. But most of the signings that Ten Hag is making, if it was when Woodward and the Glazers were very much involved, you understand, they won't accept it, because the signings is making are not commercially viable signings in terms of the branding.
Yeah.
When you make a Malaysia, you make an Amrabat, like how many shirts can this one sell? We want someone like a Kuba, like a Sanchez that can sell. So those are the little issues that the club has been having with them. We are missing out on the big players. You understand? Players are not that popular, but they can add value to the club. We're missing out on them for the flashy ones.
So, what do you think about that? Are these owners the real problem of this club, in your own opinion?
Wow. Yeah, to me they are. Yes, they are. Well, I don't know much about Man U, but I just think they are, because every fan has been complaining about them. So I just think they are.
General speaking.
So
at least everything boils down to the ownership.
Yes.
If his club is successful, we'll praise the owner. Abi? If it's not successful, also.
Okay, let me put it in this time. We all, by few ways, have tried to run a company, and the culture and the identity of that company is from the owner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want the right person in the right positions.
Yeah.
Look at we are all talking about Manchester United. They have another club in NFL. That is American football. American football, and they run it exactly like Manchester United. Now, but I don't know. Maybe they're successful there, because I don't know much about the NFL.
Yeah, quite successful.
No, but what they do is that they introduce big names to NFL, and this player comes in with different type of deals and everything. They have every season. Because I did a little bit of research about them. They have one big player that we surely all their fans off the feet, and that is the same model that we're using. The reason why we did not notice this during Ferguson era is because we have someone like David Gill. We have the right people in the right position to do negotiation deal, to do one or two things. Though we are seeing loopholes during Ferguson era that we needed a striker because our striker is injured. They brought in Laxon. Now, good player, but he's not at his prime.
At that moment.
But they brought Laxon and everything. But Ferguson and David Gill and other people in the management department were able to do well because of the way they run it, and they run it with passion. But right now, we have wrong people in administration, wrong people in the footballing department, inexperienced people in the footballing department. So many experienced people. We have people that are learning on the job. We don't need that in Manchester United. Look at what Manutd did. They brought in right personnel, right person. Okay, this is who we are. This is the player we need. This is a time of deal we need. And I'm telling you, if the player is performing well on the pitch, the jersey, the market, whatever, value will increase. But the Glazers are just there to do quick fees. Okay, let's pump it 200 million here, 300 million here, and everything will come back together to be one. When we get one big coach, we find them they are second or third, they are okay. And that's the model. And I believe that the problem of Manchester United right now is the owner. Let the owner do right, and the team will do fine.
That's a whole lot of deep talk. I think Glazers need to seriously sit down and listen to this part that Kanmi has talked about. Do right for the club, and this money will surely come to you guys. Do right for the club.